I always think my hair makes me look a bit like an ice gem. Greetings everybody, my name is GreatBritishGeek and today is going to be my first ever anime review, so blow me kisses, wish me luck, and I'm going to be doing a quick review of one of my favourite animes of all time at the moment, and it is Assassination Classroom. And what makes this even better is that this review is completely spoiler free. So if you haven't seen Assassination Classroom, if you've seen half of it, if you've only seen the first episode, it does not matter because I will be giving a completely spoiler free review. I might say things like, oh, it's got sad bits, it's got funny bits, which may hint towards some things, but I'm not going to say, oh, so and so does this and oh, so and so does this. It's just completely spoiler free. So if you're ready and I'm ready, let's go. The story of Assassination Classroom basically goes that the moon has been destroyed. Well, 70% of it has been destroyed, and it is now in the permanent shape of a crescent moon. And we learn that this was because of a giant octopus-looking creature called, well, who gets given the name Koro-sensei. Koro-sensei then claims that within a year he will do the exact same thing to planet Earth, but does, however, offer people a chance to change the fate of the Earth, so to speak. So what ends up happening is that Koro-sensei basically becomes the homeroom teacher of Class 3 in Konogigaoka Junior High School. And he says that he is, well, it gets kind of, the Japanese Defense Force brings in Koro-sensei, tells Class 3E that he will be their homeroom teacher and that they have a year to try and kill him. And Koro-sensei, as well as being their actual teacher, also gives them advice on how to kill him. The students in Class 3E are also told that they will be given 10 billion yen if they can kill Koro-sensei within a year. The 10 billion yen largely amounts to, I think, $100 million? Don't know what that is in UK money actually. Let's find out. What's 10 billion yen in English money?
It's £73,900,000.
So that's just under £74 million for killing Koro-sensei within a year. Not too bad. Of course, it also soon gets discovered that killing Koro-sensei isn't exactly an easy task. For example, Koro-sensei has remarkable reflexes and is able to move at a speed of Mach 20. And I mean, it's obviously not an easy task because they squeezed 2 seasons out of this, which was like 50 episodes and 18 manga volumes. So, you know, killing Koro-sensei isn't exactly easy. However, Koro-sensei also turns out to be a remarkable teacher and the best they've ever had. Not only does he improve the grades of the students, but also helps them to kind of improve themselves in a way. I don't know, I was going to think of something really profound to say there, but good dude. Koro-sensei is a good dude. And of course other assassins come in and out, and the students plan out many assassination attempts, and it just kind of all builds and the storyline goes in different directions, but overall it's very good. So now that we've covered the plot, let's get in a bit more. Now, Assassination Classroom actually has quite a lot of characters in it. The classroom is a fairly large size. On top of that you have different teachers, different assassins. But one thing Assassination Classroom does very, very well is its ability to kind of not isolate the more secondary characters. So your main characters in Assassination Classroom are obviously Koro-sensei, Nagisa, Karma, Kurasuma, Irina, and a few more. Those are kind of like your main ones. But however, you also have many other characters along the side who are more secondary, and although they don't appear as much, when you do have episodes focused on the class as a whole, each one gets a decent amount of screen time, so you always remember who's who. Because in a lot of other animes with big cast, lots of characters, you'll often get a case of it focuses so heavily on the main few characters that when they actually bring in a secondary character, you can't remember their name, you can't remember any of their storyline, and you're just kind of sat there like, well, who the fuck is this guy? Whereas in Assassination Classroom, it seems to balance it out very well, and although the focus is still on the main characters, the secondary characters still do get a lot of time dedicated to them, and it kind of does give that feel of everyone is important in the class, which is quite nice. This also allows a lot of relationships to develop between the characters, which gives it a more realistic feel.
No spoilers or anything, but Kurasama and Irina are such a cute couple, and oh my god, I ship them so hard, the best characters, oh my god.
And Koru-sensei is fucking awesome as well. Another thing I really love about Assassination Classroom, and why it is my favourite anime at the moment, is because it has an absolutely perfect balance of drama and comedy, and it doesn't make it weird. What I mean by this is that there are so many points where there are really tense and action-filled moments where they're carrying out assassination attempts or anything like that, but at the same time the characters, especially characters like Koru-sensei and Irina, are absolutely hilarious. I'd say especially Koru-sensei. He's really charming and so funny, and you'll be laughing every episode. And even during tense moments, someone, usually Koru-sensei, will say something or do something that will put a smile on your face, and I really love that balance. I think it's also quite clever how the charming and lovable personality of Koru-sensei kind of makes you forget the plot in a way, but in a good way, because at the beginning of the series we are introduced to a giant tentacle monster which automatically makes you think it's going to be a hentai who said, "Yo dudes, I just blew up 70% of your moon, now within a year I'm probably going to blow up your earth too, lol." And then before you know it, you're there going, "Oh, Koru-sensei, I love you," and you'll think about, "Oh, but they're trying to kill him, or do I want him to die?" And I think that's really clever because it shows the depth of character and how much thought goes into characters like Koru-sensei and just how sweet and lovable he is. This also links with the fact that because Koru-sensei is so powerful with abilities that pretty much make him invincible, you're not worrying too much about the logic behind it, and able to actually focus on the story and the characters and the emotions that's happening and the things that they're going through. And I think that it really helps you to enjoy it, but also there are things that come out when assassination attempts go quite well, and it really just balances out so nicely. So you'll have episodes that are really tense and you're on the edge of your seat, and then you'll have one that's just really light-hearted and nice and funny, and it's just great. And as the episodes go on, and this happens mostly in season 2, a lot more backstory is revealed. In fact, you pretty much get all of Koru-sensei's backstory in season 2, and it will just kind of take you back, and you'll just be like, "Oh, Koru-sensei!" and you'll just grip out your heart like Indiana Jones, and you'll want to cry. You get backstories of people like Irina, Nagisa, who else? I don't know. You get backstories of a lot of the main characters, and there are twists as well. There are moments that you really don't see coming. Things will be happening, someone will be trying to kill someone else, things will be going on, you'll think this is going to happen, and then boom, something completely different happens, and all the while you're just kind of there trying to take it all in and loving every second of it. What I also really like about Assassination Classroom is that it's different, but also familiar. What I, of course, mean by this is that you get into it, and all of a sudden, it's kind of like it's that familiar setup. It's a school, it's got students in there, teachers, all seems nice and familiar, and then suddenly you get Koru-sensei, who is a new species of character, is really the best way to put it, as well as being a new species altogether. He's very unique, and it all mixes so well, and it's really hard to put it into words, but guys, Assassination Classroom is absolutely bloody brilliant. This doesn't overly relate to how good the anime actually is, but it's something that ties in with the humour and is one of my favourite aspects as a fangirl because of this anime. It relates to the characters of Kurasama and Irina, and it is basically the fact that the entire cast, especially Koru-sensei, are really trying to get Kurasama and Irina to get together, and they had like 3 episodes dedicated to it. It was absolutely amazing. But I also think that one of the most important things to remember about Assassination Classroom is that it's kind of inspiring in a way, and what I mean by this is that there are a lot of bold statements in there about the Japanese education system, and I don't claim to be an expert on that, But Class 3E, within the junior high school, it is portrayed as being a place where all the failures go. And actually, once you get to know the characters and get to know their backstories, you in fact realise that they're not failures, they just don't fit in with the education system that happens to be all about grades, grades, grades. For example, Nagisa, who's pretty much the, I suppose, main character aside from like Koro Sensei, Nagisa, he has trouble expressing himself, which goes with a few of the characters. Karma, he has anger management issues. There are other characters who just got depressed, who had family problems and loads of things going on with their backstory which caused their grades to slip, and they get sent to Class 3E and ended up being dubbed as failures. And then Koro Sensei comes in and he just makes them feel good about themselves, he encourages them, and he gets their grades way up to the point where they're beating a lot of the kids in the A classes. So I think it can also be quite a feel-good and inspiring anime at some points. I mean, I was watching this anime in the build-up to my exams, and my god, did it motivate me to revise. Wish Koro Sensei was my teacher. I just want to round off my first ever anime review by saying that Assassination Classroom is an absolutely brilliant anime. It has lots of very high reviews, lots of people love it. It's got really good drama, really tense, really powerful moments, but also has some absolutely hilarious comedy moments in there, which is balanced out really nicely. The characters are in-depth, they have backstories, and this anime is filled with twists and turns and emotions. The manga is also very good, so please go and check out the manga any way you can. I would highly recommend it. I love this so much. It's really not what it seems to be, especially from the cover or the title, so if you've heard of it or seen pictures of it and you're put off, I can understand why Koro Sensei might cause a few people not to watch it, hashtag tentacle hentai stereotypes. But honestly, if you haven't seen it and you're worried, go and check it out. Both seasons are like, I think 26 episodes long each. The manga actually has 21 volumes, which is 180 chapters. But honestly guys, go and check it out because I really don't think you'll regret it. It's hilarious, well done, and all around amazing, and is my favourite anime that I've seen so far. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this anime review. I've got loads more animes that I want to review, but if you've got any that you'd like me to talk about, feel free to comment them down below. If I've seen them, I'll do them, and if not, maybe I'll go and watch them just for you, so who knows. But guys, thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, catch up on more content that I've made. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully somebody will. But thank you so much, and remember, embrace the weird and stay geeky. Goodbye. I mean, I'm not going to say what happens, but towards the end of the anime, you'll probably be in tears. And if you're not, I mean, you're probably not human.